going to start with the roller. We'll be kneeling. We're not going to stay on our knees long. We're just going to start with a stretch. So I'm just sitting on my heels. And first, if you can stay here just for a second, we're going to sit up tall. We're going to lengthen. So my new favorite thing is to pull the ribs up. So I feel like I've got length in the front side, the back side, my side waist. And I'm kind of lightly sitting on my heels. I'm going to bring my arms up, out to a T, up and around. And I want you to draw those shoulders down. So we're working on some upper back today as well. So draw those shoulders down. I want you to forward fold, land with the hands on the roller, okay? So we're going to just roll the with the tailbone tucking as you start to round through the spine. Use the belly to pull yourself up into that kneeling quadruped position, almost like a modified plank. We'll press out with a flat back. Lengthen that spine. Drop the forehead, head to the mat if this feels okay. Almost a press down of the shoulders to kind of stretch out the side waist, the lats, okay? Now tuck the tailbone. Lowest part of the belly pulls up. You're rolling up through the spine. You're lengthening at the top. So we'll move a little faster now that you guys know what to do. So press it out, drop the chest. Let the head fall. Curl yourself up from the tailbone up to the crown of the head. And if you're pressing into that roller, you are going to feel your arms, those lats that I'm always trying to work on myself, because as I've gotten older, that seems to get flabbier. One more. So bad. Oh. Head down. Let the chest open and curl it up. We're going to add rotation. So I'm going to take my hand, kind of like I'm sawing my roller in half. So right hand on. Left hand at the back of the pelvis, palm up, okay, or the arm can stay straight. You're going to rotate or press out and rotate away from the arm that's rolling out. Drop that side down, really get that stretch, and then round and curl. We'll go two more. Press it out. Use the kind of press of the hand and the forearm. It helps engage the belly a little bit more. We're going to go one more time this direction. Roll it out. And curl, 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 roll it up. Take the other hand. So now my left hand sawing that roller in half. I'm going to press out with a little pressure into the roller so I can really get that stretch as I rotate away from my arm that's extended. Curl yourself up. Find that center before you press away. Drop the chest and curl up. We got one more. So use that belly. I want you to feel that belly warming up. Reach away, rotate. Oh my gosh, my favorite stretch. And come on up, and we will pause here. So we're going to go to our, this is funny, I've never done this in a class before. We're going to go with the roller up to our armpit. Okay, it's kind of funky. I'm not doing anything that's going to be crazy or hurt, I promise. We're just going to use that roller to lift that upper body. My knees are going to be bent. This is a stretch. So my bottom arm will support my head. My top arm is at the base of the skull. So I'm going to roll open, rotate away, back to that left shoulder blade, open up, and then come back, close the elbows, rotate toward the roller and squeeze those elbows. Get that big stretch and open up, rotate away. It can be painful on the shoulder blades for sure. So just be careful, especially if you're, well, most of us, I think, are bony up there. So it doesn't matter what body style you have. The shoulder blades they can be sensitive. Close. Really pull those elbows so you get that upper back opening. We'll go one more. And close. And come on up. And nice and slow, we will switch sides. So I think I'm going to do it from the back so you guys can see my upper back. So I'm just going to flip around. I'm now on my right armpit. It sounds so funny to say. My knees are comfortable, stacked and bent. And I'm just coming down to that bottom arm, hand underneath the base of the head, kind of by the ear. And then my top arm, really open up that elbow so you get that big stretch in the chest, okay? Roll open with that rotation, kind of glance up at the ceiling. And now close the elbows Really get that big upper back stretch, okay? So you really want to round in that upper back. Open, rotate. So you're feeling that shoulder blade, kind of giving your shoulder blade a little massage. We'll go for 2. Rotate, open. I hope this feels good for everyone. You get that little spiral in the spine. Here's your last one. And open, look up, head turns. And nice and slowly, we will press ourselves up. We are going to lay down, okay? So we've done this before in regular classes. I want the roller right at that kind of curl in your neck, at the base of your head, okay? So your shoulders are down, and I want you to open up the arms, palms up, okay? So relax the body, try to let everything go. The only thing that's going to be working here is our neck, so I want to release any tension that I know we have. So we're going to roll our head over to the left ear, okay, and just go slow, and then come back to center and roll away, right ear to roller. Only make this as big as it feels good for you. So I'm going to start to add a little pressure to the back of my head, and I will never forget that a client that we did this with had dizzy spells for about a week after this because you have little lymph nodes back there. So don't push too hard, but should feel good. And one more time over to each side. Make sure those shoulders are open. I love this. And come back to center. We're going to add a chin dip to this, and then we'll go into circles, and we'll be done with that. So shoulders nice and open. Dip over to the left. Now tuck the chin toward that left shoulder, and remember to pull that right shoulder, almost reach through the right fingertips, reach away. Okay. And then, yes, come back to center. Just that little arm stretch, and oh my gosh, it adds so much. So roll over to that right ear, dip the chin, and reach the left fingertips away. I want you to feel this big stretch. Let's do that one more time because I feel like everyone is stuck and tense. Dip the chin, reach those fingers away, and this should release, hopefully, some tension. One more time. Opposite direction, dip that chin, and then reach that arm away, and then come back to center. Your neck will feel so good today. And if you guys have rollers, I know you do this at home while you're, in between classes. So reset here. Now we're going to come up more to maybe that little bump on the back of the head, okay? And if you need to adjust as we go, you can do that. Arms are wide. We're going to turn over to that left side. And now I want you to dip the chin and just do circles on that left side. So you're drawing circles with your chin. Your shoulders are staying open. One more in this direction. And you can have that little push. So we're reversing now. Little push into the back side of the head against the roller. We'll go one more time. Circles with the chin. And then I'm going to roll over to my other side. So I'm going to dip my head over to the right. So roller is a little higher now. I'm going to dip my chin down, circle, and just a little kind of back of the head massage, but rotation in that cervical spine, that upper spine. And we'll reverse. So little push into the roller. You're drawing circles with your chin and you're breathing. Don't forget to breathe. One more. And there we go. We're going to take that roller out from underneath our head. We're going to bring our arms long. So I'm holding each end of my roller, okay? I'm going to extend my legs out in front, all right? We're just going to do a roll up here and we're going to stay up. So we'll add roll ups later. So flatten out that belly. Pull the belly deep, pull the ribs down. Chin to chest, roller starts to come up overhead. As you roll yourself up, try to keep those heels down. Curl yourself forward. Let's take that roll to the shins. Press it away. Reach that roller out, okay? So I really want you to feel like you're letting go of that spine. You're releasing tension. And we're going to roll ourselves back up. A little roll back of the roller. It's still on the top top of the legs. You're seated nice and tall. We'll press it out. Nice and slow. Relax the spine. I don't want any work right now here. Don't make this work. Let the head fall. And roll it up, rebuild the spine. I'm going to come into a sitting on my side hip, okay? So the mermaid position that we all know so well. Oh my God, I'm looking down at my legs and I have bug bites. Just noticed that. What's going on? And is that mosquitoes? Okay. So the hand or the knee that's in front, the hand is on that roller. The knee that's in the back, we're opening that arm up to a T. So you just stretched out everything here. So really open up those shoulders wide, sit up tall. You're going to go up, lengthen that spine, pull the shoulder down. Now arcing up and over. Now that top hip, press it away, open up the ribs. Now come up. So you're pushing into that roller. So we've got that lat work here. Reach up, shoulder pulls down, curl over. Cinch that bottom waist and come up. And we'll go one more time, okay? So a little push into the roller. So get that connection with that underarm, the lat that runs down the side of the rib cage. And there we go. We'll switch sides. All right. And stretching is good. There'll be a lot of stretching today. I'm into it. Yes. And we'll try some balance too. It'll be fun. Okay. So arm out to a T. Sit up tall, lifting that rib cage. So you're lengthening the spine. Bring that arm up. Set that shoulder down. Now curl, press into that roller as you slide it away. And now press that top hip like you're trying to press the sitting bone down to the floor. Come up and over. And we'll go one more time. Reach up. Did I do 3 on the other side? Mm-hmm. Okay, we're doing 2 more. Thanks, Phyllis. Come up. And here's your last one. And I always close my eyes because I really want to get into it. Really finds kind of my inner center and I get into that stretch more. Good. All right. So I'm seated. I'm going to stay seated. We're going to take our roller back into our hands. We really stretched out here and our back. So we're going to start working on some upper back work. Okay. So I want your legs open to a V, but not any wider than your mat. So heels are going to go right to the edges of the mat. I know it feels good to go out big, but we're going to take our roller up above our head. All right. So if you could see my upper back, I want you to pull those shoulder blades down. You guys know how to do that. Okay. So you're going to, with a flat back, reach straight toward the feet with the roller. Keep that extension in the spine. Let your head fall now and curl. Now we're going to extend again. So arms are going to reach out, flatten out that spine, and come up nice and slow. So you really want to pull your belly in, okay? So hinging at that hip joint. Fall forward. Now let your spine curl. As we lift that roller, we're reaching it out over the toes, flattening out the back, using our spinal extensors to roll ourselves up. Flat back, hinge. Pull that belly tight, curl the spine, let yourself release. Now reach the roller like you're pressing it over the toes, flat back, come up, pause right here. Roller is up high. It can be low if you need it lower because of the shoulders. We're going to press the roller back using our upper back shoulder blades, okay? So you're going to pulse back, pull those shoulders back, and bring it forward. Pulse it back and bring it forward. We'll add a little quicker movement. So press, pull the shoulder blades together in the back. Your arms are long. Squeeze. So you've got muscles in between that upper back that get so tense. We're working them and trying to release them a little bit. And one more. And nice and slow, we're going to curl ourselves forward and just take a quick break. Okay. So working in an extended, flat, long spine can be tense down here. So we want to stretch it out. Okay. So I'm almost trying to pull my tailbone forward and getting into that low back because that's where I feel tension most of the time. All right, and roll yourself up. We're going to add rotation and some leg movement. So we'll start with our legs in that V. We're going to bring that roller up overhead. I want you to lift the rib cage up. We're going to rotate toward the right, framing your head with your arms, okay? And then we're going to come back center, close the legs. mats are skinny. Open the legs as you rotate opposite. Pull those shoulders down and come center. Close the legs. We're going to rotate again to the right. Lengthen your spine. Come back center. Close the legs. Squeeze the inner thighs. Slide them open and back to center. We're going to the right and we're going to hold it here. So lengthen your spine, grow taller. We're going to press back. Press. Squeeze those shoulders back. If the arms feel bad overhead, you can always reach them forward. Slide the shoulders back. 3, 2, 1. Come center. Close the legs. Let's forward fold real quick. And we'll switch to the other side. We are trying to do 10 pulses back, okay? So remember, if having the arms up overhead does not feel good, do your shoulder pulls back, okay? So I know shoulders can get in the way here. Okay, so legs are closed, right? We're gonna reach that roller up. We're gonna open to a V with our legs, rotate around, pulse it back. 1, 2, shoulders pull down, head is in the center. 8, 9, 10, come back to center, close those legs, and forward fold. And I always feel my hip flexors. So yeah. So you'll get a little sore here. We will stretch those, I promise. That is another stretch we're gonna do today. So we're working on the upper body, then we'll move down to the lower body. So roll yourself up. We are gonna just rotate in a hinge now. So I want your knees bent. That'll totally take it out of the hip flexors. All right, so in a hinge back, we're thinking of going up through the crown of our head as we straight spine hinge back. So we're gonna bring those arms out in front. We're gonna come up with the roller, okay? It can come forward if you want. Sit up tall, find your sitting bones, and just hinge, okay? Long spine, you should feel your belly engage and come up. And hinge back. Try to take the weight out of the legs and the feet. I want you to feel the belly, and you are just hinging back, keeping that spine as lengthened as you can. You're kind of hinging off the sitting bones, okay, to the back side. You're pulling your belly in. Go for 3. Keep those ribs pulling back. 2. And last one. And come up, take a quick break. We'll just bring the roller down toward the knees and forward fold. Let the neck open up. Stretch the back side. We're going to do the other side. All right. Actually, we're going to do rotation is what we're going to do. The other side. We'll go for 8, okay? So arms up. Again, arms can reach forward if you don't like it. Rotate to the right. Hinge back. Come up, stay rotated. Lengthen that spine. Crown of the head is reaching opposite of the tailbone. Hinge, turn on that oblique. So I'm twisted to my right. I'm trying to engage both obliques. So I want to pull my left rib down, and I'm trying to keep my head framed in the center of my arms. And hinge. And let's go one more. And come up, find your center, let the roller come down and forward. Grab your shins, your ankles, just release any tension. So for me, I'm going to use my hands. I'm going to press away with my hands as I round through my back. Oh, it gets a deeper stretch here. Open up every vertebrae. And roll it up. So we're getting a little ab work here, but I really want you to find that big extension in the upper back and the back side, okay? So we'll roll, roller goes up, shoulders go down. Little push into the roller if you want. You're going to rotate away to the left and hinge back and come up and hinge back. I want those shoulders pulling down. Use those lats, press into your roller. Try to shift off the sitting bones, but keep the spine long. 4, pulling those obliques tight. 3, come up, and 2. And 1, yes. And there you go, take your break. Oh, so much fun. Yes, it is to shake out the legs. I'm gonna have you guys do a hip flexor stretch, and we are gonna move on to our abs because we warmed those up. So this is a pretty intense stretch, and if you hate it, you're gonna take your feet down to the floor. If you're flexing, messy. You might like it. All right. So I'm going to have you press your knees up, okay? Hands are going to go wide. We're going to take one foot and step it to the roller, all right? And then drop that back foot down. So I'm pressing my leg out. You kind of got to hop it out behind you. Yeah, it's a little bit hard to get into. So once your foot is rounded around that roller, try to keep it still, and then drop that hip down. So you have a way bigger range of motion here, right? So my left hip is pressing and I'm opening up my hip flexor and I'm breathing. So as I breathe, I settle a little deeper. We are going to do a hamstring neck stretch now. So you're going to take that leg that's in front, straighten it out, drop the chest. If this is too intense for you, go down to the floor. If you want a little bend in the knee, do that. Press the roller away as you pull it back with the foot and pull that right hip out behind you. Okay? Kind of an oppositional stretch, kind of fun. All right, so we're going to take that foot off. So now our feet are placed far enough back, so hopefully we can step our foot up. So the fun thing about this is you can put your foot to the roller and then just roll it into position. Rollers are so much fun. Okay, so you're going to slowly settle into that stretch. Drop that hip. As you get kind of the oxygen going through, send it toward that hip and just let it settle. Let that hip settle. This is intense. So I want you to press that hip down to the mat gently, nothing crazy. Okay? Shoulders are always pulling down, so we're using that upper back, okay? Now we're going to straighten that front leg. If you need to hop the back foot forward, do it. Otherwise, we're going to drop our chest right to the knee and hang on there, okay? Now the extra bonus stretch with this is to pull the left hip back. Curl your toes around that roller as you press it out. Kind of fun, kind of different. Now, hold on to that roller as you step that foot down, and we will roll ourselves up. Okay, so my feet are right in front of my roller. I'm going to take my hands to the outside of that roller. We're going to let our head fall. Let your shoulders relax. Let the spine kind of hang. So I want you to feel loose in your spine, okay? And we feel heavy. So our head, the 10 pounds or 12 pounds of our head is lengthening our spine. The weight of the head kind of lengthens that spine. I should measure or weigh my head. I don't know. Maybe. Mine might be 8 pounds. I know. I may be that smaller head size. All right, tighten up that belly. So I really want you to kind of round through the spine, but pull that belly up. And soften the knees as you roll yourself up. Shoulders are nice and relaxed. Head comes up. We're going to roll ourselves down one more time. I love this. It feels good now. Sometimes in the beginning of class, I hate roll downs because my spine is not awake yet. Yeah. So a little softness in the knees. Let the head fall. Pull that belly in so you really want to support your low back. Roll down. Let your head fall. Let your arms bend. Just release and relax. Maybe shake the head. And then nice and slow, engage that low belly. Push down into those toes to keep you balanced over your hips. And come on up. Good job. All right, so I'm going to have you guys sit back down to the floor. We will take this roller to, I'm going to switch around, to that kind of thoracic, which I always say these words, but middle of your shoulder blades. But you will roll up and down and find where it works for you, okay? So we're going to start with a big chest expansion opening. So I almost want your roller to where your elbows can rest on that roller, okay? Or elbows are a little higher than the roller. I want you to feel your shoulder blades and then think of those hands as a hammock, okay? And I want you to just take an inhale. And as you exhale, I want you to relax, be heavy on that roller, okay? And find the place. This should feel good. So your head is just resting. We're inhaling. And as you inhale, we inhale, expand laterally with the ribs. Exhale, pull them in. Relax, rest. And now we're going to add that extension. So we'll go to an extension over the roller, okay? So we're extended over, head is heavy. We're going to lift our pelvis up, push down into the feet. Not a lot of work. I don't want a lot of work. Now, as we press into our feet, we're pressing away from our feet as we lift our chin to our chest and just work through this slow, okay? You'll go bigger and bigger. So open up the chest, but don't let those ribs pop open. And if you have long hair, watch your hair. I'm just reminded of that. I might have to hold my hair. It will go right under that roller. And lift chin to chest. So for me, I'm going to start rolling bigger. I'm going to lift my toes and go to my heels so I can press away. Also have that stickiness to my heels, that kind of pressure in my heels so that I can pull and push. And I'm just going to work out and go bigger and bigger. While you're here, please let your body be heavy, no tension. All right. Good. And last one. And come back to that neutral kind of starting point, set the pelvis down, and find out where it works for you. So we are going to lift our chest a little bit, anchor your pelvis. So you're on the back side of the sitting bones now. We're not arched and we're not slumping. We're trying to keep our neutral spine. We're going to support our head again. So I like my thumbs down at the base of my skull. That really reminds me to kind of keep my neck long. It's kind of my trick. I'm going to bring my legs up to a tabletop. Okay, and knees can always go together. I prefer that, or they can go hip distance, okay? So without moving the spine, tightening the belly, pulling the ribs down, we're just gonna dip those toes. Already it's a lot of work. Exhale. Inhale. I don't want you to feel any movement in the spine. All right, so ribs are tight, sideways, pulling into the center, and our breath is what's bringing those knees up and our low, low belly. If you feel low back, go down to the floor and do this, okay? Maybe not make it so big. If you feel low back, ribs are still, spine is still, head is resting. Pull the belly in. We're going to go for 3. Inhale, dip. Check in with the head. And last one, hold it here. We're going to extend those legs up. They may not come up to the ceiling because they don't want you to slump. That's fine. We're going to scissor with a flex. Point as that leg comes up. Flex and bring it up. Flex and bring it up. Keep the belly tight. Flex. Oh, so much work. Flex it down. Flex. Keep that belly as tight as you can. Let that head be supported. 2. And 1. Good. Tabletop, bend, rest. Okay, that's a lot on the low back, so be careful. If you lose that belly connection, that low back will kick in. So take the break if you need to, or don't do that at all. All right, so we're going to go to our ankles with the roller. So I'm going to come up to a seated position, and I'm going to take that roller right underneath my ankles. Okay, and I'm going to extend my legs long over that roller. And for me, I'm going to bring the roller up just a little higher above the Achilles tendon, okay? Because we will be rolling down, and you want the roller to have length to roll down, okay? So we're going to start with our arms extended. Legs are lifted up higher, so this may be a little difficult or more difficult. So you want to support yourself if you need to with the elbows. All right, here we go. Set the shoulders down, sit up tall, collapse in that center of the body. Remind yourself to pull that bottom rib in and suck that belly in, and let's stop right here at that halfway point. Set those shoulders down, curl, curl, curl. Lengthen the spine at the top. Okay, we'll do that 3 more times, so a total of 4. Work at your own pace, but remember that big curl, that C curve. I want you to think from the crown of the head to the tailbone. You're making this nice C. Okay, so you want to suck that belly in and hold it here, right here. Okay, just hold, just for a second, couple seconds, couple breaths, and breathe. We're going to pulse the chest up. So reach for the toes. You're in the position where you're as low as possible. This curl should feel like relief to the low back, no tension. Your belly is tight. Get to the back side of the pelvis more if you feel tense in that low back. So my sitting bones are pointed toward that roller. 3 and 2 and 1. Curl yourself up. And let's forward fold over our legs, okay? Just go as far as you can. You can hold behind the knees, the ankles, the toes. Release that tension. Let the head fall. Draw the toes towards you, toward the shins if that feels okay. And rebuild that spine, pull the belly in. We'll go all the way down, okay? So adjust if you need to. We're gonna come down and up 3 times, all right? So sit up tall. Take that inhale. Exhale. Collapse in the center of your core. Start to pull the bottom rib back. Suck that belly up. Lowest belly. Come down to your mat. Arms come up overhead. So you've got that neutral spine now. Take that inhale. Imprint that spine. Pull the ribs down. Reach for the toes. No, it's easier with the roller.
Yeah.
Right? It is. Forward fold. I was reversed. Stretch. Rebuild the spine. Yes, this is a trick. Let's elevate our legs when we have trouble rolling up. Curl.
It was.
Yeah. Curl it down. Arms come up. Release the spine. Lengthen through those fingertips. Tuck the chin. Roll it up. Ribs pull back. Belly pulls back as you reach for those toes. Forward fold. And we are going to stack the spine. All right, we're going to try a rotated roll down. So we're going to bring those arms up. We've done this plenty going center. We're going to do it rotated. So take your time. Rotate toward the left. Now start your curl. Okay. So I want the pelvis level with the floor. Reaching those arms up. Pulling those shoulders down. Nice and slow. Come down to your center. We'll roll up on the other side. So you're going to start to reach to the outside of the right, lift up from the left side of the body. As you roll up, keep those arms reaching. You're rotated to one side, come center. We're going opposite. So rotate to the side we just came up on. Try to keep those hips down, arms reaching, but shoulders pulling down. I want you using those back muscles. That is outside. We're going to roll up on the other side. Why is it so hard right now?
I don't know.
And come center. It's so fun to do that. Okay. Challenge yourself a little bit. Okay. So let's go roller adjusted a little bit higher on the legs. Okay. We're going to sit up tall. We'll take our right leg into tabletop. Hold it tight. We're going to roll ourselves down nice and slow. Oh. Set that leg down. We will roll ourselves down again like that, okay? But not now. We'll do it later. All right, so I want you to come up to the elbows. So for me, I'm going to squeeze my inner thighs. I want to squeeze my glutes, and I'm external. You can go parallel as well, okay? So on the elbows, open the chest. Take your inhale. Squeeze up. So you're in this kind of reverse plank. Lower down, tap. Squeeze up. Inhale down, tap, squeeze up. Inhale down, reach up and squeeze. Lengthen through the toes. Keep the chin tucked. Squeeze those glutes and inner thighs together. 2 and 1. Now we're coming up to our arms, long arms, okay? You can stay down on the elbows if you want. My feet are external. You can always go parallel, but I want you to zip up the inner thighs. Open the chest up. Press the pelvis up. Roll those shoulders open. And dip down, squeeze up. Inhale down, exhale up. Inhale, pulse up. We'll go for 4. Just a glute warm up. Hold the belly tight. 2 and 1. Sit the seat down and take a break. We're going to go to the ball or arch of the foot. We'll sit up tall, reach forward, curl down, keep the roller under the arch of the foot. And I rolled off my mat. All right. So let's do some bridging first. And we'll go into single leg. Okay, so my legs, knees are in line with my hip bones. I'm going to take my inhale, imprint the spine, roll myself up, push down into the roller. Take your inhale, exhale, roll it down. And exhale, roll it up. Spine should be nice and mobile. And roll it down. We'll roll up, we will hold it here. I'm gonna scooch myself down a little bit. I want my feet pushing down so the roller doesn't press away from me. Bring your right leg to tabletop, extend that leg long. Circle it out, and in, out. Pelvis is as still as you can keep it. 2, and 1. You should feel your belly too. And reverse for 5. Keeping still as you can. Ooh, it's getting harder. And 2, belly is tight. And 1. Yes, tabletop the leg, set it down, but you're not done. Bring the left leg up to tabletop. Push down into the right. Extend the leg. Circle it down. And out. Ooh, crack. Hold the belly in, and don't worry about how big your circles are. Just keep the belly tight, pushing down into the floor. 1 more. And reverse. So smaller circles if you need to. There's 3. And 2. Belly is tight. And last 1. Tabletop the leg, place the feet down. Adjust and roll down on an exhale. Yes. Pull that roller in closer toward the glutes. Lift the pelvis up and place the pelvis on the roller. We're just going to stretch real quick here. So hang on to the roller, let the knees come into the chest, and let that spine curl down to the floor. Yes, right? When your pelvis is high, that spine just gets such a good curl. Good. And let's extend one leg long, and it can have a bent knee. Draw the other knee in, really open up that front right hip. So my right leg is long, my hip is open. I'm gonna extend my left leg, draw it in. So you can stay curled in the spine. It's almost like a cheating climb a tree. You're already almost up to your ankle. Bend that knee, extend that leg. It does not have to go straight. It can go bent as you want. I want you to feel here that hip opening, okay? Pull the right knee in. Extend that leg long. Flex the foot. Draw it in a little closer. You just worked those hamstrings. And bend. And I'm going to have you press your pelvis up, take the roller out. And we are going to do some fun other glute stuff and more upper back. And then we'll stretch. Can you believe? It's almost over. All right. So you've got to find the right place for you. I want the roller ultimately to kind of land maybe where your hips bend, where you have that crease in the hips. So it's not coming to the belly at all. All right. So we're getting on the top of that roller. And you're going to try to find that place. And we'll come down to our forearms. Okay. So with low back issues here, you want to lift the pelvis up and press it down into that roller, okay? So we're just going to lift up the elbows, and what I want you to do is draw the shoulders down first, lengthen the neck, press into the hands. The feet will lower, don't go big. Lift the feet, lower the elbows. Press up. I want those glutes squeezing. I want your belly pulling away from the floor, and you are not arching in that low back. There's no movement in your spine, okay? Just the shoulders pulling down and that upper back and arms working. Ready? And we'll go for 2. Squeeze those glutes. And last 1, come down. Arms are going to cross. Forehead can come down to those hands, okay? We're going to bend the knees. And you can go froggy style here. All right, so pull your belly deep, bend those knees, now extend out, squeeze those glutes. Bend, tap the heels, squeeze, press away. Inhale, exhale, squeeze. Inhale, exhale, reach. Inhale, 3. So my heels are coming together and then I'm extending to that V. I'm not moving my spine, I'm pulling my belly up. And I'm going to say this is 2. And 1. And roll over that roller. So we're going to use our hands in this bent 90-degree position. And we're going to pull ourselves over that roller up to the knees. And press ourselves back. So this is your quad stretch. So kind of feel, or quad roll. This is so good. So you can kind of go internal with the legs to get the outsides. You can rotate the legs external, kind of roll all over the front side of those quads and go as big as you want. Forehead can come down. You can walk the hands forwards, cool. All right. We're going to finish with some balance. Oh, yes. And Phyllis is going for the extra. All right. So we're going to keep our roller just like it is on the mat, okay? We're going to come to a standing position in front. All right. This will be fun. Okay, so we'll start with that forward roll down. Our hands are going to land on the mat. Don't let your roller roll away. Inhale the arms up. Pull that belly up from the floor. Roll yourselves down. Hands are coming to the mat. You can come to those fingertips and work those arches of the palms. And then we're going to take our left foot and place it on top of that roller. Poor Phyllis. So we're going to bend into the knee that's forward. All right. You're going to press down into the top of that foot with a point. And you might have to find the place that works for you. It's easy to adjust here. Pull your shoulders out of your ears. Press the roller away, extend, pull it in, press into it. Keep your belly tight. Keep the shoulders out of the ears. Inhale, push down into that foot. And the balance part is coming. And we'll see how good I do today. Shoulders down, pull, 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 press, pull, press. Okay, here we go. We're going to slowly come up with our hands off the mat. Oh, yes, we are. We're going to take our hands to our hips. We're going to hinge forward, pull your belly tight, lengthen your spine, and press it out, and pull it in. Press it out. You can do it. Squeeze the glute. Press. We stretched and rolled our quads. I know. Good. Good. You got it. Press. 2. And last one. Yay. That was good. You did good. I hope everyone did good. Uh-oh. No, that's okay. All right. So let's roll ourselves down again. Inhale those arms up. Let the shoulders come down. Head falls. You're comfortable. Bent, little slight bend in the knees. And hands to the mat. Adjust if you need to. Get that opposite foot now on the top of the roller. I'm going to make sure my roller is straight. We'll keep our hands down. Arch through that middle of the hand. This is such good arm work too. Okay. Shoulders press down. Belly is tight. Spine is long. Press out. Push into the roller. Pull it in. Use your belly. I want you to feel your belly tight here. Press away. Pull it in. Exhale. Inhale. Pull. And 3. Really push. You should feel your quad. And last one. Ready? Here we go. Leg pulls in. Use your hands to climb up that forward leg if you need to. I'm going to. Just to adjust. Good. Hands come to the hips. Hinge forward. You can push into that back foot. Lengthen the spine. Pull the shoulders down. Press out. Pull in. Press out. Pull in. Press away. Pull. 5. Inhale out. Squeeze the glute. 3. And 2. And 1. Yay. Stand up. All right. That was good.
Both cats.
Oh, no.
But I did.
Phyllis got a calf cramp.
Yeah.
All right. So let's just do a big pike here to stretch out everything. Okay. Hands to the roller. Straighten out the legs. Maybe a little soft bend. Press the roller out with a flat back. And just go out to where you feel the back side. So my mat is sticky, so I'm pushing into my roller, pressing it away, trying to pull my shoulders out of my ears, sticking my tailbone and my sitting bones out behind me. And I'm going to curl the spine, roll it back. We'll go out one more time. Press away. Get into that stretch, okay? So drop your chest toward the knees. It's kind of like a little pike, right? A little mini, shorter spaced pike. Hang out here. And then we're going to shift forward. Okay, so I know this is a lot of work for a lot of people. So we're gonna take our feet back, we're gonna step into a plank. So you can come down to the floor for this if you want, okay? Otherwise, we're gonna walk our feet back, drop our pelvis down. Stabilize here. I want you to push away from either the floor or that roller. For me, my elbows are kind of out and I'm rounded in my arms to take a little tension out of my wrists. And you can even round a little bigger with those arms if it feels good. Hold the shoulders down. Pull those shoulder blades together in the back, wide open collarbones, and you're hanging on here. Oh, yes, you are. And we're going to draw the right knee in toward the forehead, and we'll extend it straight up. And inhale, curl, and extend. You thought work was over, didn't you? Inhale. This will be our last thing. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. One. Reach. Lower the foot. We'll switch for 6. Pull the knee in. Extend and flatten out the spine. Inhale, curl. Exhale, reach. Inhale. Pull your belly tight. Here's 2. And last one. Yes. Bring the knees down. We will stretch ourselves out. So we got a lot of lat work today. I'm really happy about that. I hope you guys are. Little glutes, not as much abs, but that's okay. Because we did a lot already. So drop your chest, open up your knees, press into the roller, let the head fall and the chest fall. And then we're going to roll the roller out toward our fingertips, okay? This is Phyllis's favorite, right? We're doing it. So I want you to lift the palms off that roller, and now you have something to squeeze those fingers into. So it's like a flexion of the palm. And I know there's a name for it, and I can't. It's really funny. There's a name for it, and I can't think of it right now. Push down into the fingers, arching through the center of the hand. Flatten out the hand. Roll yourself back. We'll do that one more time, okay? So you really want to work those fingers. It helps here too, and the wrists. It'll help with strengthening. Roll it out. Drop the chest. Fingertips to the roller. Lift up the center of the palms. Kind of push down into the fingertips, arching that palm of the hand. Let those shoulders drop down. Press them down if you want that deeper stretch. And breathe. And nice and slow, flatten out the hands. Curl yourself up. And do we have time for one more? Yes, we do. Let's do our mermaid stretch. Okay. All right, this will feel good. All right. We are done with all the hard work, and my hair is a disaster. I just washed my hair, and I can't do a thing with it. All right. I think I'm so funny. I know. I'm really not. Arms up.
Going back.
And over. I like to make jokes and make myself laugh. Maybe you feel a little more flexy here. Oh, I do. And reach up and over. We did a lot with our spine today. I really like that. I hope you guys at home feel release. Fascia release. Everywhere. And every part of your body, fascia release. Slide that shoulder blade down. And come on up. And we will go the other side. Good. All right. Nice, nice. Okay, so palm on top of that roller, reach the opposite arm out to that T. Inhale, grow taller and longer in the spine, and then arc up and over. And I'll have to bring in the sideline work that I missed because I didn't have enough time. We'll do that another time. Reach up and over. And up and over. You got one more. Oh, and I forgot one more thing. We'll go back to the other side to do this, but we'll stay right here. So you're going to rotate, bring that roller kind of out in front of that forward knee, meant to do this. Both hands on the roller, press it away, drop the chest down and get into that hip. So that forward knee, you should feel that glute medius. Drop your chest down, go wherever it feels good for you, okay? My arms are long, my forehead is kind of more toward the floor. And I'm going to round myself up. I'm going to start with my lowest part of my belly, my tailbone tucking, and up. Step those shoulders down. Keep those shoulders down. Press into the roller as you forward fold.
over that forward knee. Reach the arms away, press the shoulders down, let the head fall. Start with the tailbone, pull the belly in, that pelvic floor, tuck the tailbone as you round up.
And we have to do that on the other side because I forgot. And I don't want you guys walking around all crooked today. You'll be like, why am I so crooked? All right, so the forward knee, that roller is right in front of that, kind of on a diagonal, and I forgot. I didn't forget this. We're gonna do it. I'm gonna make you guys do it next week. Press out.
My favorite side teaser.
Oh,
Oh, I know, with the roller, we're gonna do it. And come on back, curl, 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 tuck the tailbone.
Lengthen the neck, pull the shoulders down, and reach away with that flat spine.
Let the head fall. And low, low belly pulls up, and you round and you curl.
Yes. And we are gonna come to a lengthened leg position, and this is where we'll finish. So I just want you to roll that roller down the front side of the legs as you get that hamstring, a little more spinal release here. So we'll take that press, hands on top of the roller. You can reach that roller out over the top of the toes if you're flexy like that. Hands rest on the top. And then just try to release that spine. So I always go into a stretch with tension, and then I have to remind myself to release it. Okay. Release. And now try to tuck the tailbone under, pull up the low belly, and a little press into the roller as you roll up, and you guys are finished. Thank you for coming.